Welcome back. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Where were we? Oh right, we were talking about John Cheever's sexuality. Yes, he was married to Mary Cheever, but he was unsure about his sexuality throughout his life. Cheever later moved to Iowa and he taught with who else but Raymond Carver. They taught very often. One of the greatest anecdotes from the book was the story about Raymond Carver and Cheever interacting, drinking vodka, and simultaneously driving throughout the streets of Iowa. Cheever's alcoholism was a rather success story. He started drinking very early in his career and really never stopped. But Cheever was admitted to the Smithers Alcoholic Rehabilitation Unit in New York in 1975, and by May 7th of that year, he was cured and never drank again. He died in 1981 of a brain tumour, unrelated to alcohol. Don't you just get all happy when that happens? Raymond Carver. He was born in Oregon in 1938. His father, again, was a heavy drinker. In 1957, at the age of 19, he married his wife, Marianne Burke, who was only 16. She was only 16. He worked odd jobs to support his family. He moved to California to pursue his dream of writing. He went from university to university trying to get a degree. Eventually he ended up, like we know, in Iowa with Cheever at Iowa's writing workshop, teaching as well as drinking. He wrote short stories that all collected into Will You Please Be Quiet, Please. Carver's alcoholism. He continuously drank and wouldn't listen to his doctors. He would suffer from insomnia, paranoia, as well as memory loss. He had lots of potential, but squandered many opportunities for greatness. He got sober before divorcing his wife and married Tess Gallagher. He died in 1989 of lung cancer. After death, his short stories got made into a movie called Everything Must Go with Will Ferrell. It was rather horrible, even though Will Ferrell was in it. Lastly, we've come to John Berryman. Born John Allen Smith Jr. in Oklahoma in 1914, when Berryman was 11 years old, his father apparently shot and killed himself. This event shaped much of his life, as well as his most well-known book, The Dream Song. He was married 3 times, just like Hemingway: Eileen Simpson, Anne Levine, and Kate Donahue. He is an alum of Columbia University, the esteemed University of New York City. Berryman experienced a sudden and radical shift in religious beliefs when he believed a transcendent God that believed about the fates of all humans individually. This didn't really work for him, considering he suffered from serious depression, and in July of 1972, in most gruesome of ways, he committed suicide by jumping off a bridge and falling to his death in the Mississippi River. To go over this as a whole is very tough. Alcoholism is a very tough subject. There's many biological things behind this, and it is very interesting to see writers like this who did such beautiful jobs. They won Nobel Peace Prizes and Pulitzers, and they still drank so heavily. So what does this tell society about drinking? Is it positive? Is it negative? When you really look at it, you have to look at the title of the book, The Trip to Echo Springs. Where does it come from? It comes from, in A Streetcar Named Desire, one of the characters references it as a trip to Echo Springs. It's really drunkenness, because Echo Spring is the name of a bottle of brandy in the fridge. So, to come full circle with it, Olivia Lang thought Tennessee Williams was the most influential and interesting writer in this book, and she named it after his character. Jolly good, thanks a lot. See you next time on Brit Notes.